Natural peanut butter is way better than regular peanut butter. First of all, it's so much healthier. It doesn't contain trans fats, which help stabilize the regular peanut butter, but also it tastes so much better. So peanutty and rich and full of flavor, and only contains 3 ingredients: peanuts and salt. One of the problems with that though is that you have to stir natural peanut butter because the oil separates from the peanuts. I have to admit, it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's been hard for me to find a way to stir natural peanut butter that's actually effective. Today, I'm going to test out different methods to see what is the most effective, clean, and easy way to stir natural peanut butter. And I'm going to give you the answer. What way is the best way to stir natural peanut butter? To start off with, I'm going to try this method recommended by my brother and my dad. I don't have a lot of faith in this. I'm surprised they both do it. It sounds kind of messy and sloppy to me. What you're going to need is 1 butter knife like this, 1 jar of unstirred natural peanut butter with the oil right there on top, and 1 piece of paper towel. Put the peanut butter on top of the towel like this, and then you're going to use the knife to stir it. You're going to plunge it up and down. Surprisingly, so far, I haven't spilled any oil, which I was not expecting. I thought this was going to end up all over my hands. This is definitely a 2-handed job. You can't come into this all confident and think, all right, I'm just going to go at it with 1 hand. It's not going to work, you guys. You got to steady this jar with your left hand if you're right-handed, and then just go at it with the other hand. This is a real workout, you guys. Okay, that was some serious labor. I'm getting red-faced over here. I think I finally got this jar of peanut butter pretty well mixed. Surprisingly, it wasn't as messy as I was expecting. I was kind of thinking the oil was going to get everywhere. Good job, Dad and brother. I did get some peanut butter on my fingers, which I guess is kind of inevitable. This method, for ease, I'm going to give it a 7. It was pretty easy, but I still had to really scrape the sides and scrape the bottom and put some muscle in there to get the dry chunks out of there. For effectiveness, I would give it a 7. It was actually pretty well incorporated. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think my dad and brother were right, but this actually was a pretty good method. For cleanliness, I'm going to give this method an 8 because I had only a very small amount of peanut butter on my fingers, which it turns out is actually pretty rare in this field. The total score for the plunge is 22. Not bad. Alright, so I am back and ready to test out the next natural peanut butter stirring technique. What you're going to need for this one is your favorite jar of natural peanut butter, 1 spoon, and an empty, clean container. We're going to pour out the oil in the top of the natural peanut butter into the container, just to avoid any potential mess. And then what you're going to do is slowly pour the oil from the container back into the jar of peanut butter as you're stirring, and just get the two to incorporate in together. I'll just begin by pouring in a small amount of oil back into the jar. Stir with the same up and down motion that I used in the other stirring method. I think I started pretty well. This method definitely seems to be a little bit messier than the last one, maybe because I just got a little bit less patient. But I definitely have some peanut butter on my fingers here. For the ease of this method, I'm going to give it a 6. It was fairly easy, but it seems like removing the oil actually did more harm than good because it made it harder to stir the peanut butter that was in there because it was drier. For effectiveness, I'm going to give this a 6. After working hard for a while, I still had some lumps in the jar. For cleanliness, I'm going to give this a 6 because I got a decent amount of peanut butter on my fingers. With 3 6s across the board, the total score for this method is an 18. Not bad, but not amazing.
What's up, guys? My name is Meat and I am Sasha's husband. Sasha was telling me that she's coming up with some ideas on how to stir natural peanut butter. I came out with an idea that was completely off the wall. I knew she had a bunch of time, but what she wants is well-mixed peanut butter. So what I said was, why don't you store this sucker upside down for 2 whole days and then see what happens? My thought is all the peanut butter, which it seems it has done, would go to the top of it and it would make it a lot easier for you to stir. I am not going to eat any of this peanut butter because I'm not too big of a peanut butter fan, but my wife loves it. Hope you guys are stoked. Let's do it. All I have to stir with is this butter knife. Good safety. Can't cut yourself. Everyone's happy. Let's do it. All right, so I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to mix. It's actually pretty easy. Oh, it kind of sounds like it's farting too, which is funny. Haha. The only rough part of it was in the beginning, all the peanut butter was all the way at the top, so your hand gets a little dirty, but other than that, after you wait for it to settle and you get a really funny fart, bam! Excited for my wife to see how this compared to the other ones, and I think the crazy idea actually worked. Alright, now time for my method. Flipping this thing upside down for 2 days and then stirring it. Uh-oh. Drum roll. The first thing we're grading this on is the ease. I think it was pretty easy. Personally, I think I did a good job. I think I deserve a good report card. Very easy. I'm going to give this probably an 8. Next ranking is the effectiveness. It didn't even accomplish the goal that it set out to do. I think it was actually pretty effective. So everything was very well mixed. The wife here even said that this was the most well mixed batch that she had done. This is a secret between me, you, and social media. I'm going to give this a 9 for effectiveness. This worked. And now, the last, cleanliness. I got a little bit of oil on my hands, but because of the fact that it was so easy to stir and everything had already mixed in, after it settled, it was super clean. So I'm gonna give this a 8 on cleanliness.
So our total score for the upside down was 25, which makes it the best method that we found. I gotta hand it to you, hubby. I was a doubter. I did not think that this was gonna work. It just didn't make sense to me, but I have been changed forever. I am always gonna stir my natural peanut butter this way now.
You guys have to give us a break because you know what we're gonna go do now? We're going to Walgreens and just turning all the peanut butters around for 2 days and then buying them later on. So it's easier and we don't have to wait for it. Okay, just kidding. We're not gonna do that, but that would be pretty funny.
I think we should. Well, thanks for joining us today, guys. It was super fun testing out our peanut butter strategies with you, and we're happy to report that we found a really effective method that we love, and we're gonna keep doing it this way. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to subscribe to our channel.
Side note, she's gonna keep doing it this way. I don't really like peanut butter, so I'm glad we improved her process.
I'm just gonna keep eating it by myself on some bananas.